All right, here it is, the last room in my home to decorate for Christmas, and then this house is all decked out. Hello, my name is Ashley. Welcome to today's video. We are going to decorate my dining room, and if you've been following me, you know we're going vintage. I just did a Temu haul and DIY video on my other channel, Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor, and I showed you some of the pieces we are going to be using, and I made some DIYs we're going to be using in here too. But I also had a lot from last year because I kind of trickled in a little bit of vintage touches in here, and I just decided to go full force. But I am warning you, there's a lot of tinsel. Just keep that in mind. I guess back in the day, they had a ton of tinsel, and when I was asking my parents and my grandparents what they remembered about their child home Christmases, tinsel was right up there. So we are going all out in this room, and I'm hoping that it all comes together, but I'm excited to get started. If you're excited, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. After this, I am going to do 12 days of Vlogmas on this channel. I am challenging myself to do it. They're going to be shorter videos, but I'm going to take you through just daily things in preparation for the big day, Christmas. So definitely turn on those notifications so you can get notified whenever I upload those videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on the hutch, and we're going to put together a really pretty Christmas village.
So this hutch is really the perfect place to put my Christmas village, and I really don't have a lot of pieces. I'm not like a collector per se. I just really wanted to have a few, plus my mom was getting rid of the ones she had, and so I took them, I grabbed them up and thought that I could display them. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down kind of like the snow blanket on each of the levels. I like this because it makes it look like snow. And so some of my houses, like I said, I got from my mom, but the rest of them I actually got from Facebook Marketplace. And even recently, I have seen a ton of these houses for sale. So if you are looking to add some to your collection, definitely look at Facebook Marketplace, because you would really, you could really find a lot. Side note, again, I'm sorry about how I sound. My allergies are out of control. I've sounded like this for probably at least a week now, so it's irritating, but I'm so sorry. I'm not sick. It's just my allergies. So I really can never remember how I arrange all of my pieces from year to year, but the top is usually where the houses go, and then the bottom two are where like the businesses, I guess, would go. So I always make a little Christmas tree farm display in the middle with this box display that I made on my channel a few years ago on my crafting channel. And then all of these little Christmas trees came from the Dollar Tree, and they are perfect for this little display. So I'm just going to kind of arrange all of these trees. I have different sizes and different styles. And then I'm going to top it off with a sign that I also made that says Farm Fresh Christmas Trees. And I thought that this was just a cute little display, because I feel like in the village, this little village, you would have a Christmas tree farm. This is pretty much like a Hallmark movie, right? So these little things are more DIYs, little red truck, that little sign, and of course, your little red truck has to have a tree in the back. So I apologize, I forgot to move my camera over, but I'm going to add this Annie's Cupcakes place, and that actually came from my mom because her name is Annie. And then on the other side, we have a church. Now we have the ice skating rink. This is also one that I got off of Facebook Marketplace, but unfortunately the tree is too tall, so I always have to bend it down, and we joke that now it's the Whoville tree. So, and you know what? It works out. It's fine. My 6-year-old absolutely loves playing with this village, and she loves the Grinch, so it just works out. All right, next I'm going to add this little winery. This also came from my mom. And then on the other side, I'm going to add a brewery. Apparently this village, it's facing tough times, and everyone needs the winery and the brewery. Then I'm just going to add my little figures all around. Now, don't mind all of the plugs on that side. I do hide them. Now, I don't have anything lit in this video. That's what you're going to have to wait for the home tour for, because I need to figure out power strips and extension cords and all that. So that's going to be coming, but just ignore it, like I said. But I do cover them. So up at the top, like I said, I like to do houses, and I realized I put a church up there. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this house. And then I'm just going to go around and just add the little people here and there. Now, a lot of these little people and little figures came from the Dollar Tree because they have a really good selection of things like this. Plus, it's a lot cheaper too. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I am trying to hide the cords underneath the snow blanket in the back, and I am winding it around or wrapping it around to the left, because that's where the outlet is. And I know that there is a device that you could get that like helps plug in a bunch of these little houses. So I'm gonna have to look into that. So next, I'm going to go in with this little gazebo, and this is always where Santa hangs out. So I'm going to add a little tree in the middle and then add the big guy right out front so he can greet all of the village people. Village people. I just realized what I said. Next, on the other side, I'm going to go in with this post office. This I actually got from the Target dollar spot this year, and I really wish I would have picked up a few others. I did get like the little cookie shop or something, candy shop, but that I actually put in the kitchen because it matched my gingerbread theme. So now I'm just going to go around and add some trees and some more people and really bring this village to life. So real quick, I do want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name's Ashley, like I said, and I'm a wife and a mama of two, a 14-month-old and a 6-year-old. And if you love all things home decor, room refreshers, room makeovers, decorating, hauls, shopping, cleaning, organizing, mama life, and mama hacks, this is definitely the channel for you. But I'm going to be honest, I keep it real around here. I live in leggings. My hair is always in a messy bun. I very rarely wear makeup. And I'm just trying to get through this crazy thing called life. So if you can relate to any of that, definitely hit that subscribe button so we can hang out more often. So now I decided that I wanted to add some greenery and to kind of frame this out a little bit. So I believe this garland came from the Dollar Tree, although it looks a little thicker. I had this already in my stash, so I'm really trying to use a lot of things that I already have. So that's why I don't really remember where this is from. Then I'm going to go in with some sparkly red bows, and I'm just going to add one to each corner and then one right in the middle. Now, I did kind of rig these cords to kind of fit inside of that little ledge there. I have command hooks there, which you can't see, so I just kind of hook them in there. So right now I'm just trying to hide them, and as you can see, it did kind of work a little bit. So once my bows were on, my hutch is complete for now. So we're going to move over to this shelf on my wall. I'm going to go in with this super cute tin sign from Temu. I went ahead and added a DIY book on the left. And now I'm adding the Night Before Christmas book and then 2 trees that I made to make kind of vintage. Now, I left it like this for now, but at the very end in the final shots, you're going to see I added some tinsel. Speaking of tinsel, I also made these tinsel wreaths, one for each of my windows on this back wall. All right, now we're going to move to the 4-tiered shelf. I had these wreaths in my stash already, so I like to kind of put them on each shelf just to kind of add a little bit of greenery. And then I'm going to go in with this beautiful piece of Santa knocking on a door For my second shelf, I am going to add this snowman, and as you saw, I just added something just to kind of raise him up a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with these sweet little kids. They look old-fashioned, and I got these last year at Hobby Lobby. Actually, I'm pretty sure everything on the shelf came from Hobby Lobby. And then on my third shelf, I am going to add a music box tree. This one actually came from my mom, but she no longer used it. And as you can see, it's broken anyways. It doesn't play music, but I just thought that the style fit in perfectly on my shelf over here. Then to the bottom, of course, we have to have the antique or vintage little red truck with its own little tree. Moving on to the bar cart, I'm going to add this tray to the top. This actually came from Dollar Tree Plus, but I thought it was perfect for a vintage dining room. Next, I'm going to go in with this mirror, but I'm going to use it as a tray. And on top, I'm going to add this little vintage looking snowman from Hobby Lobby last year. And then these glasses actually came from Target Dollar Spot last year. Now I'm going to go in with my Christmas china. So you'll see more of this in a little bit, but for now I'm going to add 3 of the little plates, and then I'm going to add this Making Spirits bright cup, and inside I'm going to add some red and white straws from Hobby Lobby. Then I'm going to go in with these fun napkins. I actually got these last year, and I'm going to add them right on top. And then this ornament is actually a tea light candle holder, so I'm just going to add that too. Now I always struggle with decorating a bar cart, or this bar cart, so I don't know. I might add things. I might take things away. This, I don't know. I never love it after I'm done, but actually I kind of like how this came out. So now we're going to go in with my china plates, the dinner plates, and I'm going to use those kind of as risers. And then I'm going to add this gold bottle brush tree. And I'm going to add this cute little Santa that I got from Hobby Lobby last year. Next, I'm going to go in with more of my china. These are would be like the lunch plate. And then I'm going to stack more of the saucers on there. And I'm going to add this vintage style Christmas tree from Hobby Lobby this year. Then I'm going to go in with this really cute music box and globe, I guess, type of thing. And this was actually a gift from a couple of years ago. So I am adding some garland to the front here. However, in the final shots, you're going to see that I do switch it out because, I just felt like we did not have enough tinsel in this room. And you're going to see that I added tinsel in various places kind of off camera because after I was reevaluating the room, I went a little tinsel crazy. So definitely watch out for those little touches in the final reveal. To complete my bar cart, I'm going to go in with this towel from Dollar Tree. And I just love the print because I swear my mom had something with this print on it and it looks old and vintage. All right, moving on to the table. Oh, I'm obsessed with how this came out and I cannot wait for you to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with a garland and I'm going to flatten it out and we're going to build a beautiful vignette right in the middle. So of course we have to bring in a tinsel tree, and I decided to do gold because that is one of the accent colors in here. And then I'm going to go in with these little containers, and I am going to use these as risers, but I am going to strategically place the branches of the trees around them to hide them a little bit so you really can't see them. Then to go on top, I'm going to place these mugs with these vintage looking trees that I actually made. I made the Santa one on that DIY video last week, and I love how these came out. The cups actually came from Hobby Lobby, and then I had those trees in my stash. So now I'm going to add these really fun colored lights. When I was researching a lot of vintage decor, I feel like colored lights were right up there with tinsel. And I was looking for a strand of the big bulbs, but I couldn't find any that were battery operated. Obviously, I can't plug this into a wall. All right, now I'm going to go in with my new little favorite deer. And I got these from Walmart this year, a month ago, because I knew I wanted to add more to my dining room. So I am going to have them sit on either side of the tree. And then I'm going to go in with these little deer. that I got from, it was either Home Goods or TJ Maxx a couple years ago. So I'm going to spread these out as well. So I did want to build up the back of this, and I wanted to put items on the back so no matter where you're sitting or looking, there's something to see. So I have more of this garland. So what I'm going to do is put it in the back, and then I'm just taking a branch from each of the garlands and twisting them together so it looks like it's all one bunch. I hope that makes sense. All right, now I'm going to go in with these little deer, and I am going to put these on either side but facing the other way. And I will actually move the camera to the back of this to show you how I decorated the back side in just a minute. But first, I'm going to go in with some candle holders and red candles. And these red candles, I feel like my grandma has all over her house. So to me, it felt nostalgic because it reminds me of my grandma's house. So I'm going to add 4, and they are kind of different levels too. So that way it gives some height variation in my whole display. Okay, so I had these ornaments in my stash, and it kind of felt like they looked a little vintage, old fashioned. So I'm just going to kind of spread these all out amongst the garland wherever I see any holes so they kind of fill it. Now, again, in the end, you are going to see tinsel. Off camera, I did decide to throw some tinsel garland on top of the greenery, and I think it added so much. Now, these are DIYs that I actually made in that DIY video I talked about. So I am also going to use these to cover or fill in some holes as well. Now we're going to go to the back side, and this was a DIY I also made, and literally I am just taking things that I already had and kind of spreading them around. So I thought these bells kind of looked old-fashioned-ish a little bit. I think the velvet ribbon makes me feel like that. And then I'm going to go in with a gold bottle brush tree. Now this backside is something that I'm going to have to kind of add more items as I go. So that's going to be something on my list for when I go to Hobby Lobby and shop the after Christmas sales, like the 75 or 90% off sales. And I have a piece in mind that I would love to get. So I'm really hoping they have that when I go. But then I'm going to take the rest of my little ornaments and spread them around. And actually, I save one for a little DIY I'm going to do in just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to show you my place setting. So I'm going to go in with this gold placemat from Hobby Lobby, a red charger from Dollar Tree, and then my Christmas china. Now, I made these napkin rings with some old napkin rings I have, and I used these little wooden ornaments that I got from Temu. And again, you can catch more of that in that other video. So I'm going to put that right on top. And then I'm going to add a little cup and saucer. Now, of course, it wouldn't be vintage without some creepy looking elves. No, actually, I think these ones are actually kind of cute. I got these from Hobby Lobby, so I thought it would be fun for them to hang on the chandelier. All right, now for the final place, I'm going to do a little vintage Christmas tree. So I'm going to raise it up on this little basket that I have. And then this is just a tree that I've had in my stash for a while. And as you saw, I was actually missing the original stand for it. So I actually just stole the little pieces from those little Dollar Tree trees. And it worked just fine. So now what I'm going to do is go throughout the tree, and I'm going to arrange the branches so they're facing upwards. I noticed in a lot of my research, the tree branches were facing up, so I wanted this tree to look like that and have that style. All right, now look at these clip-on old-fashioned lights. I also got these from Temu, and I really wanted to use these, which is the whole point of this tree right here. So I'm just going to start on one side and just clip them on and then kind of go like on a zigzag. Now, I did not worry about the back. Yes, you could see the tree from the window, but really not enough for it to make an impact. So I just didn't even worry about it. And I would love to add a bigger tree next year. So maybe that'll be on my list for the after Christmas sales this year. So now I'm just going to go through and arrange them. You can see that some of them are kind of leaning over, and I'm just kind of fixing them. And then we're going to go in with tinsel. Now, This is a hack. This is actually hair tinsel from Five Below. I got it for my daughter for her birthday, so don't tell her I stole it to do this little display. But what I did was it was very long, so I actually cut it in half and then half again, so I guess into fourths. So now I'm just going to kind of just throw it all over my tree. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I am just trying to do my best. Let me know down in the comments what if you guys had a tree like this, what you guys did and how you kind of like put the tinsel on. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this super cute retro looking tree color. This came from Walmart a few years ago and I never had a need for it. So this is another reason why I really wanted to do this tree so I can actually get some use out of this. But look how stinking adorable. Now to complete my tree, I'm going to go in with this tree topper that I actually made off camera because I totally forgot about this part. I was like, oh shoot, I need a topper. So I kind of Pinterested it and used what I already had in my stash. And now we're going to go in and add just a few more touches like this Merry Christmas sign from Hobby Lobby last year and this old-fashioned vintage looking reindeer I got from Facebook Marketplace a few years ago. And here is my vintage Christmas dining room.
I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish upon that star. The only dream of which my list consists is to always be wherever you are. This year there will be no praying for the snow to fall. It would not make a difference to me at all. No, I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish and it came true. No, there is no denying I'm as lucky as can be. This year the wishing star has shone its light on me. I'm as happy as a child on Christmas. I've made my wish and it came true. All I want for Christmas is you.
All right, well, that does it for my Christmas dining room this year, and I am so excited, and I'm obsessed with this vintage theme. It really reminds me of my grandma's house in my grandma's basement, so it just gives me all the feels, and I hope it gives you all the feels as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd love to know your thoughts, and that completes decorating my house for Christmas. I'm finally done. I'm exhausted, but my house is festive. It looks like the North Pole. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you loved what you saw. And I guess that completes another day in the life with Ash. I'll see you soon. Bye.